he's going to frown at my plant. Leave me alone. I can grow turnips at average ways if I want to. You trundle off, you bum. Any minute now, we're going to hatch. We're going to talk to Cedos. Maybe he'll give us a seed. Hey Cedos. Hey babe. Oh, there we go. Master Romancer. Yes, I was right. It is 5. It's 5. So, let's romance once, twice, 3 times. So we romance 3 times, so you have 5 of them if you don't get rid of them. And then, that's when you are a Master Romancer in this game. As you can see, it does say on the top when you've got the award. And if we look in here, look at awards and certificates. Wait, no, it's not certificates, is it? It's Pinata awards. There we go. We can see worms, and it has it on sideways because it can't fit it in. I'm not sure what level is. Worm level. Oh, I remember now. It's how difficult it is to get that certain pinata. Worm is obviously 1. We get 1 certificate for it to visit, and that might seem like a ridiculous thing at this moment in time, but believe me, it's hard enough just to get them to visit later on. So, visit is 1, resident is another, romance once is another, and then Master Romancer once you've romanced them 3 times, and then, yeah, as I said, 1 variant. So that's when you feed them a certain type of food, or maybe multiple foods, which change their colour. So, that's that. There obviously were more awards in the original, but that's the awards that are in this game. And if you want full completion, you have to do that with every single one. So this game does have a lot of content. It really does. You can do the same thing with plants as well, because you can see here, plants also have a difficulty level, have a fully mature, which means you have to plant them and mature it at least once. So that's that one. You can also get an achievement for fertilizing it. In the original you had to fertilize it 3 times, and this one you just fertilize it once, I think. So, then we have player awards. Oh, there's my signature. It tells you how many romance hearts you have, which for some reason's here. It tells you how much money you have, your player status, your grade, which is New Gardener at the moment, level 2. Time that we played the game, the general garden value, which I'm not sure what that means, but... And then you got the thing which is unique to the DS version, which has very little information on it. This game has rather little information on it to begin with, but this particular feature, no one seems to know what it's for. It's a mysterious pyramid with pictures of the pinatas on it. And you'd think it might be a tier pyramid, so showing how difficult each one is to get, and it start at the bottom and then get to the top, but no, because the worm's right here, in the middle. So that's obviously not true. So, I don't really know what this is for. I really don't. Nobody knows what it's for. Tell me if you think you know, but, yeah. And certificates, as I've said, this bit is awards. This bit is basically the award system from Xbox 360. It's achievements. So these are like planted so many seeds and stuff like that. Press the boots to go leave the menu, and that's about it. If you want to change the name of a thing, you click on it, then you switch the thing, and it shows you like romance requirements on the bottom, and you click on the name, and it allows you to change the name of the pinata. I don't care, so I'm not going to. Unless I have one which I know I'm going to keep for a while, but the worms and birds are going to be gone in 5 seconds. They're so easy to do, so... And at the top screen, it shows you gardener level, what level you are. It doesn't tell you that these blue petals represent how far you are up the level. Once it goes all the way around the plant, it's you've got a certain amount. And sometimes it has to go all the way around the plant several times before you'll level up. But yeah, we have master romanced the worms. So the worms are done, except for the fact that we need to plant another turnip in order to colour one. But we only need 1 for that, so the other worms we can get rid of. So we could sell them, or, as it so happens, the birds need to romance by eating the pinatas. And I recommend that you get the house first before you do any of the other romance requirements. Because in this game, it can sometimes glitch out and not register anything that you've done if you don't have the house at the same time. So what's happened before is that I've made them do all the requirements, then I've got the money to get the house, and then I've had to do all the things again because it didn't register it. So just keep that in mind. That can happen. So I'm going to get the Sparrowmint's house, because I've got quite a bit of money, and I'm going to put it here on the other end of the top of this garden. And then I'm going to get the Sparrowmints to eat the worms which I've got spare. So we're going to get Billy Builder here. Do. If this worm will move out of the way, which he does. Boop. The pinatas actually know to move out of the way if you're building something, which is cool. So we're going to wait for this birdhouse to be hatched. I mean, not hatched, to be built. I'm thinking about birds. A bird sleeping. Aww. In the meantime, we can see if Lottie is selling any turnips, which we need. She also sells upgrades to your tools, so don't forget to upgrade that, to do that. Here we go, turnip seed. Boop. One thing it doesn't tell you is that there's a shop thing where if you place it like this, with a trowel above it, it will automatically plant it once you've bought it. Whereas if you have the hand and place it, it'll just place it on the floor and won't plant it. So that's something to remember. I'm going to buy one and plant it. And let it grow. So we need one turnip, that's all we need. Oh yeah, sometimes he can fall asleep. So he doesn't actually do it in the time he's supposed to do, which is really annoying. It's now night time again, so my worms are going to go away. But we just got a building, so the birds, at least, should be happy. Another thing that can happen is your residents can become sad over time if they don't have a house in bad weather and overnight. So my mice are probably not going to be very happy because they do not have a house. But they're an early on species, so they're probably not going to leave, at least not for a while. They're not going to be that unhappy. But I can't do anything while it's night time because the birds need to eat the worms and the worms go in their house at night, so we've got no chance of doing anything. And the poor bird is asleep outside. Sometimes you have to tell them to go into their house if they're already asleep. They might be a little bit unhappy if you wake them up, but they'll be happier in the long run of going to their house because they'll be very unhappy in the morning if they've had to sleep outside. It's really stupid, but this game is a little bit complicated in some places, or should I say convoluted. Oh, as you can see here, when it's got a little yellow leaf, that means that it's wilting. So when I water it to the middle again and it goes green again, that means it's good. Yeah, the game, in the original game, it would ask you at random intervals if you'd like to save your progress. I'm going to say yes. Because I'm playing an emulator version, obviously I can save at any point, but the game randomly asks you to save. But if you do press exit, it asks you to save as well, so it doesn't really matter, it's just reminding you. I think you only need to water the turnip once before it's grown, because it grows pretty quickly. Other plants take longer to grow. Well, I've kind of lost track of where the recording is, so sorry if I don't do any outros for a while. But I'm kind of confused as to where the recording's gone. Because I did leave for a section, so it's not exactly the right amount of time anymore, so... he's going to frown at my plant. Leave me alone. I can grow turnips at average ways if I want to. You trundle off, you bum. I believe it's about to pop out, but I'll just water it a little anyway, just to be sure. This is why I said the game requires a lot of patience. You spend a lot of time with nothing happening. Because it's either night time or you're waiting for the AI to work to visit, because it doesn't always visit straight away, even if you have all the requirements. It's a chance of happening, so yeah, this game can be a little bit annoying in that sense. Oh! Looks like it's dawn, because the worms are out. The worms are generally the first to wake up. The early bird gets the worm, as they say. Okay, so the worms are out. We want one of them, any one of them, to eat this turnip before a mouse mallow comes and naps it, like last time. And here we go. We can see it turns purple. There's its one variant. So we've completely finished one species. All the achievements we got for one species, at least. I don't know what the things are for the other ones. Most of them are watercress or water lily. I'll tell you that much. A lot of them are that. So I'm not sure if it is in this game. It is in the original though, so I don't know. I think watercress is the one for the sparrow mint. In this game, I can't remember. It was a while after I played this game. But yeah, and feeding a pinata or a variant pinata won't work. It won't do anything. So I don't want to do that because that thing sells for more because it's got a variant. So I want it to eat a normal one. And we want the sparrow mint to eat the worm. We're going to watch this take place. Sparrow mint is the natural predator, so it will automatically win. The worm can't do anything. So we're just going to watch the sparrow mint brutally slaughter this worm. And it will eat the candy. I don't even think it needs to eat any of the candy for it to count. No, it doesn't. And all the other residents will eat the entrails of the worm and be slightly happier. That bird is ready to romance. Now we select... The funny thing is, the other animals, the prey, come over to collect the entrails of the one that's died, which makes it easier for the next one to get him. It's like a trap. So we've got these sparrows. We make them eat the worms. And then they'll be ready to romance. Except they have to do this every time they romance. And they have to romance 3 times. Which means that they're going to use 6 worms. Because I have to feed them both a worm each every time they romance. So... we're going to have to breed more worms. Where has the bird gone? This is one problem with birds. Sometimes they take ages to land, and they can be difficult to select when they're flying. You have to wait for them to land. Well, that's clever. Displaying your back when both of your backs are turned. Can't see it then, can you? And we get to see their animation in a minute, and here we go. Yeah, some of the animations have been cut a little short. Obviously, because the game can't fit it in. Breeding what? Breeding a pinata with a different, with a variant color also doesn't do anything. It comes out as a normal one. So it really is just an achievement thing. It doesn't really do anything else. The worms travel by rolling. I could get them to eat the other two worms, and then wait for another new worm to come in and become a resident. But I think I'll just breed them. Come here. Gonna romance them, get them to have an egg at the same time. So this egg will hatch soon. And it'll be ready. I'll have to wait for the adult to grow up for these birds to be ready. Well, what I can do is I can make the birds eat the adults while I'm waiting for the baby to grow up. Then once the babies grow up, they'll be ready to romance again. I'm only level 2, folks. We've only got 2 animals here. There's like 50 in this game. It's pretty incredible how they're able to have so much content in a DS game. It's pretty impressive how much they managed to cram into this game. There it is! Tiny, tiny baby! That's cute, isn't it? Got a baby bird. So now the birds are happy. They have a baby. And we're going to have to wait. Oh wait, no we don't. Yo, yes we do. While they're waiting for their baby to hatch, we can't interact with them. So we're going to have to wait till the baby's hatched. And then get them to eat the adult worms. Wait for the other baby to level up. I mean cocoon and grow up. The baby is watching and learning. And the mouse is just watching the house like an idiot. No. What is this pipe? Can I go through it? How does this work? How is this a house? I don't know. Oh, there's the bird cocoon. They grow up pretty fast, these ones. I'm not sure. I think the cocoons take longer to grow up in other species. And there it is. I'm wondering where the other worm is. I should have another worm, I think. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm right. There is another worm there. And he's looking at it. Yes, you know what's coming next. Num num num. Time to eat and breed once more. This dramatic music is not in the original. I don't know what this dramatic music is about. Dun 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 dun. Oh, bird's gone in his house. Better not be because it's getting to night again. Because I only just come on, man. Now I can tap him. Hey, 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 hey. Why are you unhappy? Wait a minute, are you standing on my worm? CDOS, you're not standing on someone, are you? No, he's not. What, CDOS is unhappy? I don't give a shit if CDOS is unhappy. Oh, I think it might be the mouse. Oh, whatever. He's unhappy because he's sleeping without a house. Alright, and while they are doing their thing, these two can get on their thing. They can do their thing. Just before nighttime, which is good. we're not going to have the chance to romance the Sparrowmints because they're going to go straight to bed. But in the morning, we will be ready for them to do a second romance. Whoa! Oh, there we go. That's explosion. I love the way that when they die, they just go boom. That's a proper explosion sound effect.